In 1912, the Titanic, the pride of mankind, the ship that was said to be unsinkable, set sail from Southampton, carrying more than 2,000 souls across the Atlantic. Among them was a Japanese man named Masabumi Hosono. He was a government official from Japan's Ministry of Transportation, returning home after completing a business trip in Russia. All he wanted was to see his wife and 2 little children waiting for him in Tokyo. On the night of April 14, 1912, destiny struck. The Titanic hit an iceberg in the freezing waters of the North Atlantic. Metal screeched, lights flickered, and panic spread like wildfire. Hosono woke up in confusion and rushed to the deck, only to find that almost all lifeboats were full. Men were being turned away, women and children first, they shouted. And as an Asian man among a sea of Western passengers, Hosono knew that his chance of survival was almost zero. But then, he saw it, a small empty space left on lifeboat number 10. There were no women or children nearby. In that one fleeting moment, his human instinct to survive took over. He jumped in, and lived. As he drifted through the dark, icy night, Hosono could hear the cries, the prayers, and the fading screams of those left behind, as the great ship slowly disappeared beneath the waves. Hours later, he was rescued by the ship Carpathia, along with just over 700 survivors. But when he returned home to Japan, he wasn't met with open arms. He was met with shame and judgment. The newspapers called him a disgrace to Japan, a man who had dishonored his country by choosing life over death. In that era, the samurai spirit still ruled the hearts of many. Death is as light as a feather, honor is heavier than life. To them, a true Japanese man should die with dignity, not live with fear. Hosono was fired from his position, shunned by colleagues and friends. And for the rest of his life, he carried an invisible scar. The scar of humiliation. He died in 1939, long before the world would finally understand him. Years later, his family found his handwritten letters, where he described that night in heartbreaking detail. His fear, his guilt, and his longing to see his family again. And through those words, the world finally saw the truth. Hosono wasn't a coward. He was just a man, a husband, a father, who wanted to go home. Today, the name Masabumi Hosono stands as a symbol of both loneliness and courage. A reminder that sometimes, to survive in the face of judgment takes more bravery than to die with pride. He only wanted to return home, but the world never let him find peace.